around the world has a major city. Where there are major cities, aka lots of people, there are lots of businesses and money being made. So I do not tolerate a single excuse from you. Moneybag always delivers, aka I'm always finding ways. So are you. So if you live in a village, a town, whatever, two businesses, it's an excuse. Expand to a major city in your country. Now, the third one is online. This is harder if you don't have any experience. And I would say it's not a large portion of you, but I have seen some of you make it way harder on yourself because you're trying to go straight at online business. When you don't have any experience, you don't have any testimonials, you wonder why nobody's going to take you serious. You have to understand in today's world, everybody talks the big talk. Very few actually show the big talk. So that's why I encourage you to do friends and family and local business outreach to get started. Get your first client, get your experience, get your testimonial, and then if you want, you can pivot into the online sphere. So let's look right here. The only way you absolutely crush the online client market is when you rock up with copious amounts of proof. Now, how much proof do you need? We're only talking 1 to 3 testimonials, which is very, very easy, especially whenever you middle it like that. So it's very easy for you to actually go out there and get testimonials. However, once again, there's a small portion of students that try to skip local business outreach, friends and family. I'm telling you right now, my most successful students, they start with friends and family / local business outreach. They get that experience, they get the testimonial, and they either decide to take on a couple more local businesses or they go straight into online businesses. But they have experience, they have testimonials. So don't try to just skip around, just listen to what I say, copy and follow it, and so here's some examples of online businesses. E-com. So there are e-com businesses that you can help manage their TikTok, their Instagram, etc. They don't have to be paid for that. Fitness. So fitness brands. Beauty and skincare products. Course creators. This is actually a really good one. Food. And actually, one point I do want to make. Here's a easy way for you to identify course creators. One is Gumroad. The other is social media. The next one is Udemy. The next one is school. So those are some easy ways for you to be able to pinpoint people who are selling courses. But let's do the same. Next one is food and recipe bloggers / influencers. Personal finance and investment coaching. Tech, gadget reviews. Travel bloggers. Coaching and consulting services. And sustainability, eco-friendly products. All of these industries that I just named, aka niches, have online presences. And where there's an online presence, you can come in and manage, create, and grow their account. aka they will happily pay you. So there are many more types of businesses to reach out to. Once again, I'm making this as easy as possible for you. You can literally copy exactly what I show you. What's supposed to torrent is you just take action. Once again, copy what I'm showing you. Just copy it. That's all you have to do. Because as you start taking action, you'll start learning, and then you can start tweaking, and then you'll find more success. If you sit there and you just think about it, nothing's going to change. You're not getting any experience. You're going to make it way harder for yourself. So just follow the program. Just follow the methods. Apply the methods, and go get paid. Now, what are your next steps? Because once again, it's all about taking action. Repeat after me. It's all about taking action. So start with friends and family. Put together a list of people you know and begin reaching out. See my friends and family course to learn more. Obviously, I go in depth inside that course. The next one is local business outreach. You can also go through my local business outreach course and then focus on just getting your first client within 7 days. That is a very realistic goal because the average student finds the first client within 24 hours. So give yourself a 7-day period. I'm going to get my first client using friends and family and local business outreach. Literally just use those. You will find your first client. I can guarantee you that. Now, from there, get the results. And then get a testimony. At the end of the day, this world is built on results. So if you want to meet a massive success in the social media management industry, you need to give them results. That can just literally be taking on a client, helping them create content and gain 100 followers or something like that. But get a testimony out of them. And that's all you have to focus on in the beginning. Local business outreach and friends and family, get the result, get a testimonial. And remember, be tangible about it. Don't say, hey, turn the testimonial. Say, what did I do for you? And how did I specifically help you? You need something tangible. And then from there, I would give you your next assignment. But I don't overwhelm you with, okay, do this. The reason this campus is so successful and every single student is so successful and actually applies it is because I break down some. So this is all you need to focus on right now. And remember, everything you need to know to grow a social media account is taught exclusively inside of this campus. Exclusively. So all you need to focus on is this campus. You don't need to be looking around and, oh, let me take this daily checklist and this one. Focus solely on this campus. Because everything you need to know from testimonials, prospecting, social media, everything is inside of this campus. And look around the learning center. You might go, okay, how do I figure this out? Look around the learning center. Big yellow buttons, courses. Define the course material. Now, if you still cannot find the course material, go to the beginner chat. Simply ask. My team and myself are online all day, every single day, 7 days a week. So if you still cannot find the course material, that's okay. Ask in the beginner chat. That said, talk to you soon. Hey, G, Money Back Matt here. So I know we just went over the ways to find clients for S&M. It's a lot to take in, but that's it. You're doing great. You're moving forward. You're taking this seriously, and we're going to continue expanding and unlocking new portions of this campus for you so you understand the exact strategies and tactics. So what I want you to do is continue going through these lessons and take notes. Remember, you can always go back through these lessons at a later time, but just focus on moving forward. Because as you do, I'm going to unlock the acquire clients category where I go into the exact strategies and tactics to find clients both offline but also online. Now, I wanted to give you a good overview of specifically how to push the skill of social media out there to find clients because there's so many businesses that need people like you. So you're doing great. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep the momentum going. Go and click next lesson. Talk to you soon. Let's talk about the 3 ways you help your clients as a social media manager. Because as a social media manager, you are massively helpful to the clients you take on. Because they're busy running their businesses and simply do not have time to worry about properly growing and managing their own social media. Social media in and of itself is a job. So as a business owner, they will happily pay you whenever you come in, you identify their problems, and you leverage the various techniques and strategies I teach in how to actually grow a social media page, how to engage with their lives, how to do the DM, how to do all that. So as a social media manager, if you properly showcase that I have noticed these problems and here's how I'm going to solve it, a business owner will happily pay you to pay that off their back. Meaning, if every day they're not posting content, they're not managing it, their competition is going to be taking more and more of the market. And I've seen this all the time. There are even local businesses here in Dubai that The restaurant itself, the cafe itself, is very good. But when it comes to social media, there are competition here that are just running laps around them. So whether it's you helping out a friend and family, whether it's you helping a local business, or you get the testimonial from local business, then you transition into online. There are so many people out there that are essentially just leaving loads and loads of money on the table because they don't have the time or the energy to properly run their social media, which leads us to point number one, is to save them time. You're going to be coming up with content ideas, creating the content, posting the content, and then managing replies and DMs, which will save them hours upon hours every single week. Time that they put into running their business and making money. The second thing is you're going to improve their marketing because, as I just said, running a social media account is a full-time job in and of itself. That they just don't have the time or energy to be allocating into their social media. So as you post higher quality content, as you manage the replies and the DMs, so you start noticing certain patterns of questions people ask or problems they're having, or you start noticing that actually we can help solve that with our products or services. You're going to be helping bring them more business, so it's going to be improving their marketing. And you have to really super understand this. You understand social media much better than the average business owner. I talk to business owners all the time, and they simply do not understand social media. They literally think they can just post every so often a video or a picture or something like that, and they can't figure out why their social media page is growing. So they just assume social media is not worth it as a scam. But social media, whenever you actually understand what to post, how to post, you add a little bit more attention to detail when it comes to design. It's literally a money printer for these local businesses, for these online businesses. So over time, you're going to be improving their marketing and helping them reach a larger audience. I know here in Dubai, it's just part of the culture. Whenever you're going to go to a restaurant or cafe, the first thing people do is they look on their Instagram page and they see, does this place look like it's a good time? Because honestly, places here in Dubai, they're a little bit more expensive than outside of the UAE. So your best bet is you go to their Instagram page. What type of videos do they have slide posts? Does it look like it has a good vibe? Do they have a menu that I just click and take a quick look at the menu? These are things that social media manager can solve. Or actually, just 2 months ago, I was looking for a new dentist here, and I literally went to Instagram. I typed in dentist in Dubai. It popped up. I saw a couple, and their pictures were garbage, so I didn't hire them. But then I found this one dentist, and the dentist was on video talking about various issues, that like giving tips and different things like that. They had good videos, good pictures, and I ended up hiring that dentist. Now that's my regular dentist that I go and see. So as a social media manager, you are in charge of positioning the dentist, the coffee shops, the restaurants, whoever your clients are, you are in charge of positioning them perfectly. So when somebody goes to their social media page, they're like, that is the business I want to go to. Which leads us to the final point, is managing their social media. This is massive. Social media accounts only grow when they're managed daily. Once again, you cannot just post whenever you feel like. If that's what you do, the social media page is not going to grow. It takes daily effort into the engagements, the DMs, the replies, posting, etc., etc., etc. So your main job is to ensure every single day new content is being released, and then monitoring what content does well, so you do more of it. Handling replies, handling the DMs, and ensuring that the account is growing. So ensuring content's good, the account's growing, and all that. So I want you to go ahead and understand in your mind that these are the 3 key ways that you are going to be helping as a social media manager. This is a very, very valuable skill, and even better, if you think about it, social media management really doesn't require that much. It's just discipline. You already have the modules on how to grow your social media pages, whether it's Instagram, X, etc. That we'll be discussing at a later time. I'll even break down exactly how to monetize them. You already understand when to post. And if you don't yet, you will, so you should go through that course material. And at this point, if you've ever posted content on social media, you already understand social media better than the average person. So it's just discipline. I'm showing up every single day, applying what I teach you inside of these modules, so that you have a work list, you're doing everything that I list out, and you're going to get paid, which is very unlike most skills where you actually have to dedicate hours and hours and hours to learning how to edit, how to write, how to do this, or how to do that. Social media management is way easier and simpler. So these are the 3 ways that you will help as a social media manager. The Instagram monetization blueprint. Now, this is a very simple way for you to immediately have a service to offer. And I'm breaking it all down here. I was going over this and like, man, this is so good. So essentially, you have to understand that businesses, be that an influencer that's selling, let's say, coaching or info products for a local business, or maybe you offer this to some friends and family of yours, which I'll explain whenever we get into actually going out there and closing clients. This is a very simple way for you to actually put together an offer. And by the end of this module, you're going to have the beginning variables that you need to add to have an actual package. Now, we have to start with the basics. Managing a business plus Instagram takes a lot of effort. So you come in, you take the load off of their backing up, and we're going to plus you up and monetize, aka they're happy, literally, they will happily pay you. Like, think about it. They are busy running a business, they are busy managing employees, their own personal life, working out, just all the different things that go into life. And then on top of that, obviously business. And they just don't have time to be planning out content and managing their own Instagram. So this is where you can come in and wedge yourself in and since I've come to your replacement. Because I am going to be bragging on how you can come up with easy content ideas, how you manage their Instagram, and importantly, how you save time making money. So I would happily pay anybody thousands of dollars a month. They completely save my time. I didn't have to really do anything. And I was also making. So here's how you can help them. Number 1 is come up with content ideas. Now I know what you're thinking. Like, Okay, do that and explain that. We'll get into that here in a minute. Let's just first stick to this list so you understand the overarching bird's eye view of Instagram monetization. So once again, number one is come up with content ideas. The next one is create content for them. The next one will be post content for them. Manage replies slash DMs. Set a landing page for them. Take photos slash videos for them. Now, this will make a lot more sense as we continue through this module. But you can either add all of these in one package. You can offer three of these in one offer. But these are the building blocks that we are going to create the very first offer. And that's all you need to make money from. Is we need to have something that people can actually get value from. Like, wow, that's awesome. That would be a massive help. And then in exchange, they'll happily pay you. That's what most people mess up with when it comes to client acquisitions. They don't really have an offer. This is an offer. Right here, right in front of you and I, right now, this is an offer. So what do I mean when I say come up with content ideas? Often it's obvious, but most people are limited in time and mental bandwidth. As I said, they've got a personal life. They've got the business they're running, building, and maintaining. That takes just a behemoth of mental bandwidth. And on top of that, they're limited by time. Like, literally, we all have things going on in our life. We're all busy. So these are truly the issues that you're solving. And this is where you step in and can come up with the ideas. Now, here are some of the ways to go about doing this. Very simple. So don't sit there and get all testing while we go, no, don't do that. Very simple. Number one is look at the content they have and remix it. Meaning, if I were to go 20 cents per page right now, I would be looking for the content that's performed well and I would remix it. I would either give it an idea of, hey, this video did very well. Let's add a little spin to it. So this is just an example. But I know on my own account, a video that did very well, did like 191,000 views or something rather quickly, was also so 3 reasons I moved to buy phone. So I can take that video, like 3 reasons to move to buy phone, and then I can turn that into 3 of the biggest things I love about Dubai, or 5 reasons I have lived in Dubai for over a year, or the biggest regret I have since moving to Dubai. There's so many different content ideas in that one thing. And that's how my brain works. That's why I'm a content machine, and you're about to content machine as well and get paid very, very well. The next one is see what content with similar accounts like has and make your own. So see the content that other people in that niche are creating, and then you come in and make it your own. So the way you do this, search for relevant hashtags. So let's say your content for your reply is a dentist. You can search hashtag dentist, hashtag dentistry, and different things like that. Now, with hashtags, since Instagram doesn't rely heavily on the mismatch they used to, you don't want to just rely on hashtags. But if some of you think, oh, okay, the hashtag, so that's what I'm going to do. Not every single Instagram account is even using hashtags. So the next one is your search one. Now, the third thing, what you'd be doing is, let's say you're working with an accountant. Now, to take random things out of the easy, let's say that we're working with an accountant in Dubai. I would go to Google and type in accountants in Dubai Instagram. All these Instagram pages are going to appear. And then I'll start reaching out to each of them. Looking at them. Be like, oh, here's the content that's performed very well. This account, nah, so really get that. How can I think about it? Sit back and think, how can I make this content better? And I'll simply break this down into a little pattern and then external for my and I'll be like, okay, so here are the ideas right now, like literally you go over any Instagram and come together with like 5, 10, 20 different content ideas based on the content they post. And then you look at this chat, and then you offer this to your client. Like, here are some Instagram real ideas that I came up with. If you sit down, as you get a chance to just put together these videos, here's the order that you can start with. You think something else, let me know, but I know this one's going to work very well. And from there, you can look at competitors in the local area. So this is assuming you're doing local business, or friends and family, or obviously you can even do social media accounts. And it's going to be for influencers. But you can use Google, you can use Instagram, you literally find unlimited content ideas. You go to any Instagram page that's a similar theme to your client, be that an influencer or a local business, and just look at the content they're posting. Look at the content they're posting. Now, ideally, you're going to find the content there that is doing very well, and then you just duplicate that, copy paste it. So all you got to do is copy paste it. Example, this video, 3 reasons why I moved to Dubai. Cool. Okay, hey client, let's make a video about 3 reasons why you moved to Dubai, or 3 reasons you began an accounting firm in Dubai, or 3 reasons why you became a dentist in Dubai, or 3 reasons you became a fitness influencer in Dubai. That's how easy content ideas are come up. Now the next one, and this is very good, is to ask them in person or via text to give you tips, stories, etc. related to whatever the brand is about. So, as an example, if it's a business influencer, ask them for 3 balance tips. If it's a dentist, ask them for 3 tips to have better teeth. Just take whatever the business / influencer is about, so whatever their business is about, and ask questions. And don't be so awkward person that's like so easy. I want you to understand how easy and direct this is. I know how your mind's going to work. You're going to start wanting to overthink it, but don't overthink it. Just keep referring back to this core model that we're going right now, because everything you need to do is this little blueprint. You can literally copy every single idea I have inside of this blueprint and implement it to go out there, get your first client, your second client, third client, make them massively successful. And the reason you want to do this is, once again, sticking to the third point, is it can add more personality. So if you're going through and you're finding hashtags or you're for similar account and you're using that kind of content ideas, or you're looking at the content they have and remixing it, that is fantastic. That is cool. 90% of your content, like idea generation, issues that you might have had before, but now you don't. But whenever you ask them via text, not only does it build rapport between you and your client, it also shows that you're over delivering. Like, wow, this guy actually cares about the kind of content I'm putting out. And also, it adds, once again, more their personality. Now, the next one is you can create content for them. So, be that swipes. So, if you ever went to Instagram, you saw those cool posts. They'll say, like, 3 reasons why, blah, 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 and you just swipe through it. You can do that for your clients. The next one is going to be Reels. And then, obviously, after that, it's Stories. Now, as a social media manager, you can not only throw content ideas, but you can also create the content. Now, this is a massive value add. You can offer your client to do this. Just implement the above that we just went over. How to go up the ideas. They head over to Canva.com. A version is recommended. You make the like basic stuff with free version. Free version is good enough, but I'm not recommending to get paid for it on Canva.com. Now, if you're wrong, I'm probably value it. Canva, that's really every name. I recommend we try to help Canvas because you can get some Canvas. You can get with Apple again, you paper Canva, paper and software, anything you want to do. And you're going to have to have the side. So if you're both working, how that man, you can check out Canvas or you're doing that. Currently, how to get to Apple and getting outdoor simultaneously as you're going out to the social media. Swipes are great for engagement. They're just really, really good. They increase the engagement. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Reply in front. You can just share it with friends, or you put a CTA to take a certain action. That's a call, IO, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'll cover the call to action here in a minute. But it's quite amazing because you're entertaining, you're also educating, and building the authority of your client. You can swipe pictures. And then at the end, you got a call to action. One that I really like to use, I use on Admiral and Added, is share it with one person. Now, the reason I want to do that, and I've seen an increase in the amount of people that are sharing my videos now, my swipes now, is because I don't care about having the entire world watching my videos. I just need to share my video, share my swipe with one person. One friend, one person care about. And that's a massive advantage you get now to your client. You get more engagement, more shares, so that more people are talking about XYZ video, XYZ swipe, or anything like that. So you do that, how do you do it? Because it is an easy way to get the followers for your client, more engagement. So you know, it would be a call back for them to leave a comment. Hey, let me know your opinion, or hey, you're following us. I think the link on bio, or check out my report. Here it is. That's what you can do with these points. Now, the next one is Real. Now, Real, I found one best for growing account. I've tested multiple things. I've tested just posting regular pictures. I've tested just with swipes. I've tested just posting like Real. At the end of the day, they work very well when it comes to growing account. Now, ideally, you're going to be posting a mixture of just Reels, swipes, pictures, and all that. But Reels work very, very well when growing your account. Now, you can easily edit it. This tool is CapCut. CapCut is super easy. I like the video editor, and I can sit down and edit a Reel very, very quickly when it comes to CapCut. Now, there are plenty of other editing software out there, so don't think that's going to make you CapCut. That's the only one you can do. There's Premiere Pro, there's iMovie, and there's so many different video editing software out there. But once again, I just do CapCut. It's easy. I've got 3 versions and all that. So CapCut's definitely good. Now, to get real content, you either take from any long-form content they already have, so aka if they have a podcast they've done, or kind of long-form video, maybe on their YouTube channel. Maybe they've done a podcast, they uploaded it to their YouTube channel, or they did a podcast and that was only uploaded it to their channel. Great. Well, you can download that video and then edit that into the Reels. That's what I do with every single podcast that either I do for the Domac Show, or if I sit down and do a podcast with somebody, I always get the file and I turn that into Reels. So you can implement this with your clients. It's a very easy way to create limited content. Now, if you're working with a local business or friends and family, it's best if you go to them. Honestly, like they're probably not going to have podcasts, probably not going to have YouTube channel or anything like that. So you can't download their interviews and free shorts out of that, free quotes. So you either need to give them the content for them to film, or give them the content plus film plus edit. Now, I would lean more towards you have to go in there, give them the content, you film it, and then you edit it. Because wow, you become an integral part of the team. You plug and play, and all you do is give them the content like this. You don't have to have edit or anything like that. Like full thing. You're still providing value, but they have to so imagine if you just work out over this for the friend and family. Everything you put that, and you not only get the content idea, but you also film it, and then you edit it. That's value added. Using 7 seconds to 9 seconds. But I found 7 seconds to 50 seconds to the best. I tested every possible, like, oh, let me do 5 seconds, let me do 10 seconds, let me do 15 seconds. I found 7 seconds to 50 seconds. Overall, for the best. Now, if you look at it, a lot of them only be in the 20 to 30-second range, but don't really have to get all the information crammed into that one video. It doesn't make sense. Like, at the end of the day, take your time and all that. All you really need to focus on when it comes to Reels is making it entertaining, or making it educational, or anything like that. This is just strictly what I've seen both in my own account and also working with clients. 7 seconds, 50 seconds, see overall be the best. Just use this as a template and work with your clients. Now, here are the types of Reel that you can create for your clients. Number one is for this is they can show one of their clients having a mess up team, and then after they're having a great team, or their experience. Then so scared, or the back of going to this job, I got with the fear I can't make my next checkup. Or this accountant, I was totally spending money after sitting down with the accountant Jimmy. Now all of a sudden I'm putting money away, I'm investing, blah 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 blah, whatever their specific business. But before that, very well. The next was day in the life. So you literally just film, so instead of filming them literally doing their thing, it's like how to film doing their thing, walking people through behind the scenes, what they're actually doing. The place is behind the scenes. Day in the life is usually a little bit more aspirational, all cool like this. Behind the scenes is like the dentist sitting back there, like just figuring out a problem, sitting there talking with the people that are looking for him and going over what they're going to be accomplishing that day and how to make the customers happy, all that kind of stuff. Or it's an influencer, show them sitting behind the laptop working, drinking coffee, with a cool interview, and they're planning out the weekend, something like that. The next one is tutorials slash how to. So how to never have to go to the dentist again, how to never get a cavity, how to get in shape. Like anything like that is going to work very well because it's education and it's valuable. The next one is life story. Why did the person become a dentist? Why did the person become an accountant? Why did the person become a lawyer? Why did the person start a cafe or a restaurant? Or why did XYZ person start caring about this? Whatever it is, tell their life story. That's very good for making them relatable, inspirational, and just really building the authority of their brand, their business, in the eyes of the audience. The next one would be event promotion slash product promotion. Maybe they've got an event coming up. Maybe they've got a product coming up. Awesome. They can promote it in an Instagram reel. I just saw Justin Waller the other day talking about the event he's doing. Now, homies of mine all the time are doing events, and they all post them to Instagram reels. The next one, text over lifestyle video. So something you'll see even on my Instagram a lot is I'll have like a video of me hopping in the city fan, or me hopping in presidential, me drinking gold coffee, and then over that I'll have text. And that text, I'll take maybe a tweet of mine or just something I thought of off the top of my head. But you can also implement this with your clients. Now, the next one could be comment questions slash FAQ. Now, this is where you can think about it. If your client has a common issue or anything like that they're going through, or that they're facing from their customers, whether it's a simple business or a influencer or anything like that, go down and video. Or maybe you see a comment and keep buying. Put that in a video. Send that in a poll or something like that, or a feature on different stories, and then turn that into a video. That makes sense. That easy. Now, make sure that you have a phone book after and you can achieve this with text. Nobody cares about the video. So I'm like, hey, Joe, this was ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. Who cares about that? Everyone cares about ways to never get cavities ever again. That I don't care about. And then you need to integrate some kind of call to action, or something like that, or telling you to do something. So call to action to go do something, or an action to do, hey, leave a comment, something like that. So focus on the hook. And the hook is the first thing out of their mouth. So my name is Jeff, and I'm in Texas in the Dubai area, and I've been here for over 20 years. Who cares? I'm like, nobody cares about that. Maybe it's like a life story thing, maybe or something, but like it's wrong. You're 3 ways to never get happy. Ever again. Here's how to save 20% on your taxes. There's different things like that. It's going to capture people's attention. They need to lead their attention somewhere else. So here are a list of actions to take with reels. Followers learn more. Encourage them to leave a comment about whatever was talked about in the reel. Have you considered living in Dubai? Leave a comment down below. Something like that is super easy to do. Book a call today by clicking the link in my bio. Come in today for 10% off. Just little things like that. Add some kind of call to action. Now the next one is stories. Stories are a great way to engage with your audience, sell products, book calls, and let people in behind the scenes. Like all the time, either myself or my clients will post stories showing you behind the scenes. Or if you're selling some kind of product, you can link that to the story. You can literally add a link. And it's a great way to build engagement between you and the audience. So here's the types of stories you can implement. Number one is polls. Hey, what do you think about XYZ? People want to get their opinion. So let your audience get their opinion. And then you can turn that into content ideas for your client. Okay, so a lot of people really care about this. Let's make more videos about that. Does that make sense? The next one is promote a digital product, coaching services, book to call, or their website. And then from there, you can promote other IG posts. So whenever you make an IG swipe post or an IG reel, you can share that to their store. So this is another idea for a story that you can post. And then the next week, once again, like announcements, like, hey, maybe there's an event coming, maybe they're going to be doing some new service upgrade or product launch or something like that. These are the types of stories you can post. Now, next is manage replies slash DMs. And this is a very, very good value add that you can offer to your client. A big part of Instagram is engagement. So a great way to increase people engaging with them in the comments and in the DMs is going to be engage with them in the comments and the DMs. So if you want to increase the engagement that the audience has, with your client's account. Get in the comments, manage those, and also manage the DMs. And this also builds rapport with your client's followers. Like, I can't tell you like how amazing it feels when people are following that account. Oh my God, X, Y, Z person replied to me. Or they send in a DM asking a question, and that person takes time to reply. Now, don't overthink this. And literally just make it your goal. Put that in every comment, every DM. Like, I know that some people like will get sick. And it's weekends today and all that. But I'm done with that. You need to be 100% into this. So just make your goal. Reply to every comment, every DM. Because it's not going to be that much. It's not going to be that full. It's very straightforward. And I can guarantee that I'm 4 busier than you. Yet I sit down 2 times a day and reply to every DM, or every DM, every comment. At this point, DMs is just hundreds and hundreds of them. And I'm like, you dedicated one time to pro. So I do reply to some DMs, but at the end of the day, my focus is with you guys. So I'm 4 busier than you, but yet I can sit down, I can create content for all my social media platforms. I can work on. I do what I've done with you guys and all that. So you need to stop overthinking it and just reply to every DM and every comment. Now, with your client's audience, you can add into the comment, correct? The next step. So if somebody leaves a comment about the video, you can expand on that in the replies. Or you can direct it to the next step. So I'll say, see the CTA and stuff above, or simply say, thank you. That's totally okay as well. When it comes to managing the DMs, view this as a place of building a one-on-one connection with your client's audience. It's in the DMs that you can go back and forth with them in an exclusive one-on-one kind of way. And helping them with whatever they're asking about, directing them to a product or service, or hey, come on in, take a look at that for you, or whatever. But you need to make sure to always keep it respectful. Always keep it respectful. Especially whenever you're managing clients' DMs, because that's the reputation. And I make clients millions of dollars through the DMs. The DMs are something that most people overthink. They're really lazy. They post links to the product and all that stuff, put link in the bio. But the DMs are a literal gold mine that you can come in and offer so much more value to your clients. So you need to get into that. Now, the key to DMs is responding quickly, aka speed, and being helpful, actually be helpful. Like, think through the DM that you're responding with and be quick about it. Because if somebody sends a DM, they want an immediate response. So if you take 2 days to respond to them, they've already lost interest. Now, the next one is setting up a landing page for them. This is high value value add, but in the client acquisition business, it's all about over delivery. So I'm adding it and just into this for you. Landing pages are similar made easy to show your professional to your clients. Here are some of the types of landing pages. What they call newsletter, products, services, or other social media. So maybe they've got another social media that nobody really knows about. So one of the basics of landing page. Check out my landing page course. When I go into how to put together a landing page called that, we're not going to talk about it inside this course, but this is another value add that you can offer to your clients. Now, the next one is take photos, videos for them. The specific value add is for friends and family, local businesses. I explain this inside of get first client. But if I get from client, I'll explain all that. But when it comes to a value add, you can take photos, videos. You can easily walk in with an iPhone or any other smartphone out routes to the beach, iPhone only, and grab content for them. Snap pictures, make a video. You've already learned how to come up with content ideas. You've already learned how to create content. You already know swipes, riddles, etc. So now you can take a step further, go in there, take the photo, or take the video. And this is super helpful. Most people not only don't understand how to create content, you do. But suck in getting the content themselves. So this is yet another value add that you can do for your clients. Now here is your plan. I want you to put together a list of 3 offers above. And put it together. We're going to put it together one package. So I'm going to take 3 offers above. I don't care which one it is. Any of them. Take 3 of them and write it out. Write it down to your journal. Put it in your phone. I don't care. But just pick 3. Don't go, oh, I'm not going to no, do it right now. Go pick 3. We're going to put this into a package. Now save this list. This is become handy. Get the phone. We're going to make the money back. The next assignment is to move on to the next module. But before you finish and don't tear out the next video. Go ahead and write down 3 of the offers. Medical package. Okay, G. So you just sat down and went through how to actually monetize social media, and there's much more that you're going to be learning. I'm trying to throw pretty much at you at the same time. And very likely, if you're sitting there and feel like you're hitting your head against the wall, I want to say that's really that means that you're actually progressing. That means that you're becoming a better version of yourself. You have to understand that whenever you're just learning that, let's use the bike analogy. The first time you rode a bike, probably fell off a couple times. I know I did. I even face planted into a pit. I got back, and guess what? After a couple more tries, I got where I could ride the bike for long after 2 trips.